I've been spending so much time up in my office lately because I have been posting a ton of new items on my vintage shop. Right now, I am getting all of these gorgeous vintage clothing pieces updated. These haven't even launched yet in real time, and I'm going so out of order because I wanted to show you all of the new listings that just launched yesterday, live time for me, that I'm working on like promoting now. But real quick, look at how cute these are. It's vintage like waffle knit floral PJs from Victoria's Secret. Like vintage Victoria's Secret PJs, 100% cotton. I wish these were my size because I totally would keep them. They're so cute. Another clothing piece that I'm so excited for. This old vintage sweater, like you're joking. You're joking. It's a size large, so it will not fit me. The only reason I'm selling these is because they don't fit me. Look at this. Vintage little crochet white top. Everything is so cute. So I'm working on getting those listings posted today, and that's why I'm up here. The office always looks so messy. I'm so sorry. Like, I reuse shipping boxes. I've got piles of vintage clothing. I have my tripod. It's a lot, but it's because it's an active office and I'm officing in here. But I just launched my Practical Magic inspired collection yesterday. It's like my spooky fall vibes October vintage launch on my vintage shop. Everything that I would picture in Sally and Jillian's home with their aunts and the 90s nostalgia. It was just a bunch of inspired pieces that I think would fit the vibe of the film and the world and everything. And I want to show you some of my favorite items, starting with these perfect purple stemmed martini glasses. The top of the purple stem, it's like so hard to see, but it's like a floral. Oh my god, my reflection, I cannot. It's like a floral design almost, where the stem meets the glass. This is a discontinued Libby glass pattern, and they're gorgeous. These, like, imagine like a spooky witchy cocktail martini in these. The vibe is everything. So these are listed. I've got these beautiful glass candlesticks. They're about 4 inches tall. These are stunning. This teapot, this is from a 2004 collection. The lid has a little stopper, of course. Beautiful condition. It's the Bonnie Griffin 2004 collection. I think this in Practical Magic, like I can just see this in their kitchen. I have so many doilies. I love doilies underneath like wood furniture, like vintage furniture with like a wood things. We've got this pattern. We've got a little tiny small one. We've got this beautiful yellow handkerchief. I've got this larger doily with like a sun pattern. This melt glass bake like casserole dish with green florals. Obsessed. This is gonna sell fast, I feel like. I have this old Victorian antique brass hook, heavy duty, but it's got like obviously holes for your wall. You anchor it. I think she's stunning. This will be so gorgeous in like a timeless home. One of my favorite finds is so delicate. I'm not even going to pick it up right now because I'm trying to be very careful with it. It is this early 1900s to 1920s coin purse. Like, think like the Great Gatsby, like early roaring 20s. I just know whoever owned this was a baddie. Like, it is such an amazing find. It's so cool. I feel like to have something over 100 years old like that in my house, I'll never get over that. It wouldn't be a 90s film or a 90s inspired collection without a 90s Aladdin Stanley thermos. This is heavy duty, okay? You've got your little cup, you twist it off. Things would stay hot or cold in here for forever. It is completely clean, unused, excellent condition, but like, so cool to have, especially if you're an outdoorsy camper. This is wonderful. This was such a cool find. Another one of my favorites is this little lantern plug-in light. Like, it has an outlet, it has a switch, but she looks like an oil lamp. This is so cute. I have this set of 3 fine bone china like tea mugs that I feel like they would just have in the house. I don't know. One is from Tuscany and the other 2 are from England. I think they're adorable, and these are selling together. I love this next one. I think it's the perfect little kitchen decor piece. It's this little chicken creamer. It's creamer. This find is so special because I didn't even realize this till I was going through this item. It is a hand-painted ceramic spoon rest from Foreo, which I had been to this summer because I stayed on the island of Ischia, and that is where the town Foreo is. I believe it's on the west side of the island, and Ischia is an island off of Naples, Italy. So it's so hard for me not to keep this simply because I feel connected to it, but I already have a perfectly good working spoon rest. So if you want a hand-painted little piece of an island in Italy, she's your gal. Another one of my absolute favorite items from this collection, this glass decanter, perfume, carafe, whatever you want to use her for. Like, she's beautiful. There's a bunch of etched floral designs in here. So perfect. especially if you have like a little perfume area on your dresser or something. Another one I'm so tempted to keep, but I cannot do that. I have this little Fenton glass light blue basket. You could put little jewelry in here or anything. It's so cute. But those are just some of many items that I just launched, so feel free to check it out. I'll link it down below. My vintage shop is called Moonlit Vintage Treasures on Etsy. I have an Instagram, and then if you're local in Minnesota and want to save money on like fees and shipping, I also do local pickup. All the items have been listed. My job today is to post all of the clothing pieces so that those are live as well. But it's so fun. Definitely check out the shop and all those items, and for being here and watching, I'll give you a little YouTube family a discount, so feel free to plug in this discount code with your purchase as well. It's been pretty gloomy here in Minnesota, but today is looking pretty nice out. The sun's out and I have motivation to get a lot of work done. So I'm gonna finish uploading all these clothing pieces to my shop, and then let's head downstairs to my sunroom once I get ready to, I'm like literally still in the shirt I slept in, and we can talk books. She's a little overdue, but I do want to chat about the 10 books that I read back in September. I feel like I had a very surprising reading month, and I cover a wide, diverse amount of genres and authors and types of books, so hopefully there is something in here for everyone. But if book wrap-ups like this aren't really your jam, feel free to skip ahead to the rest of this vlog. But if you're here for the book content, let's dive on in, because it was a great month, honestly. I started September off by reading Distant Shores by Kristen Hanna. This is one of her older books, and it's not really talked about a lot, and unfortunately I kind of understand why. I don't think it's going to be one of my favorites. However, there was a small snippet of the plot toward the end of this that I did really enjoy, that upped the rating for me just a tad. Yeah, there were just a lot of parts of this book that unfortunately kind of aged it, with the perception of women and being like a wife. I don't know. I just don't think it aged as gracefully as it should have with women's roles in a marriage or a partnership. I'm not sure. It is what it is. It won't be one of my favorites by her, but I'm glad that I did read it. I do want to read her entire catalog, so slowly but surely working my way through it. This next one took me by such surprise. It was my first collection of poetry by Nikita Gill, and ever since I talked about this on my Bookstagram, everyone is like, I love Nikita Gill. I'm new to the fandom. The Girl and the Goddess. This is the first collection of her work that I have read, and I have tabbed a lot of my favorite poems in here. The way that she writes poetry, I feel like, is so different than any other collection of poetry I've ever read, because it reads in such a narrative of a story where, yes, the poems can stand alone, but when you read them together in this order, you get a story. You get like it reads like fiction. It reads like a whole plot. Like you get her whole life. It's coming of age, it's identity, it's sexuality, it's culture, it's spirituality. There's a lot of Hindu influences in this and mythology, and not only that, but there's also gorgeous artwork. Like there's so many beautiful illustrations in here as well that just add to all of these poems. It feels so raw and personal, and definitely influenced by real life. There were times though where I was shook that this was like a work of fiction, because it reads so personally. It was beautiful. That's all I can say. This was beautiful, and I highly recommend it. 5 stars. I read the 3rd book in the Her Soul to Take trilogy, Soul of a Witch. This is the biggest book in the trilogy, and unfortunately it might be my least favorite. I'm glad I read it and I still enjoyed it, but it just kind of dragged on a little bit, and I don't know, I think I was expecting more from Evelyn. Like, this was Evelyn's book. She's a witch, and she had the most intriguing history out of this entire, like, Everlyn, oh my god, her name's Everly, my bad. She had the most intriguing like backstory, and there were some parts of it I loved. Like, I love her house and the descriptions there and the magic in this. It was fun. If you've been reading the whole trilogy, you will enjoy this, but I still think Her Soul to Take is like top. Like, I love that one the most, and then Her Soul for Revenge, and then Soul of a Witch. This next book took me by such surprise. Body Grammar by Jules Oman. This book has been in my saved for later on Amazon for years. I'm so glad it finally found me, and I read it in September. If you like the vintage publishing house and that style of writing, you would really, really love this. I love the definition to body grammar that you discover in this book as well. If you're looking for more of like a queer contemporary coming of age story about a girl that is going through growing pains and grief and identity awareness and everything else in between, there is something at the beginning of this book that happens the summer between high school and what is supposed to be college that changes her forever, and it's very, very sad. It shifts what she decides to do that fall, and she decides, this is on the back of the book, by the way, so I'm not spoiling it. She decides to go into modeling and all these life experiences that she gets, but also like coming back home to the people that she grew up with and the girl that she was in love with and all this stuff. It kind of felt like a hug, but like a very, very sad hug. Maybe like a hug with your younger self who's like really confused and doesn't know what to do with their life, and you just want to comfort them. It's very, very sweet. Yeah, I would recommend this book. It was gorgeous. It was beautiful, well written. I loved it. Next, I read Emily Adrian's new work, Seduction Theory. This was something. You can tell I didn't really like it. You were reading a graduate student's thesis project. Like, the whole thing is her thesis. So keep that in mind, because this whole thing is your unreliable narrator. It's like the weirdest story about her thesis being like inching towards infidelity with her professor, who is married to another professor who is also not being faithful in his marriage, but you don't know what's actually true because you're just reading this fictional graduate thesis, and then you get little snippets of the thesis where her professor is like, you can't, this isn't, don't, and you're just so confused. It wasn't my cup of tea. A lot of the reviews on Goodreads kind of highlight this and emphasize that like you either get it or you don't. I am on the fence. I don't completely get it, but I don't completely not get it. I don't think it was for me, but some people really enjoyed it. It was short, it was a sweet read. It was definitely different and out of my comfort zone and something I wanted to read, but I'm just gonna put that away now. Like, I don't have much to say about that. I do have a lot to say though about this next piece of work. This one was 5 stars. It's a banned book, but I think everybody needs to read this. I am making this required reading for everybody now. I cannot believe I hadn't read this. I've been describing this next one as the most terrifying book that I have read to this date, and it's not even a thriller. Margaret Atwood's The Handmaid's Tale. Oh my gosh. I started watching The Handmaid's Tale. I've never seen it before. I started watching it in September and then immediately was like, I need to be reading the book at the same time because I feel like it would add so much to it. I'm so glad I did it. I don't know if I would recommend doing that because there were parts of the book that is so out of order with the TV show and like things that were slightly changed that made me forget like what is in which version and why. But it did help add context clues to more of like what's going on here, or why do they do this, or is she allowed to do this, because the book will explain it and the TV show might just glaze over it. This is insane, and if you have not read this yet, consider this your sign to read this because this needs to be talked about more. It was so terrifying because of how real it felt. One of the best reviews I saw on Goodreads was like, Margaret Atwood didn't write this as a guide. This was supposed to be a warning, not a guide. I think it's just so terrifying because she took such a dystopian plot and made it feel so plausible, and that really scares a lot of us here. It is so plausible. That's what makes this terrifying. Also, the last bit of this book, the historical notes, she took this from being a story of the future to a story of the past. That was the coolest part. And I talk about this on a dedicated review that I posted on my TikTok. Someone did leave a comment on it recently saying that she didn't realize at first the historical notes were like part of the story. And it does, it completely changes the book. I love anthropology, I love history, I love the study of like people through our past. So I think that was so cool how suddenly this is part of the past that's being discussed. I am so excited to read The Testaments, which is the sequel, but wow. The fact that she wrote this in the 80s too, like, it's so relevant today, but so relevant back then too. I've tabbed a lot. This will live in my mind forever. My copy of the book also has an introduction by Margaret Atwood as well, which is so helpful. I've tabbed a lot of it here. So crazy. Like, she says, having been born in 1939, which is crazy, and come to consciousness during World War II, I knew that established orders could vanish overnight. Change could also be as fast as lightning. It can't happen here, could not be depended on now. Anything could happen anywhere, given the circumstances. She's right. And that's what makes this so scary. Oh, there's so many good parts in this. I also think watching the show at the same time that I was reading this was so helpful because I could really visualize everything. I could hear Elizabeth Moss's voice narrating this book. And I hear that she actually does narrate the audiobook. So if you're more of a listener, highly recommend checking out the audiobook because it just added so much life to this. Like, picturing the show and hearing her voice while reading this, it's definitely an active read, like not something you can read lightly before bed or listen to casually. Like, I was actively reading this, meaning you really have to pay attention, otherwise you're going to miss things. But so many important quotes. I wish I could share some with you, but it's just a little bit of a a spoiler and it won't hit as hard unless you read it. So 5 stars, terrifying, must read, read banned books. Next, I read If You Come Softly by Jacqueline Woodson. This was such a beautiful book. I believe this was written in the 90s and it's described as being a modern tale of Romeo and Juliet. So with that in mind, as a context clue to literature, you should be able to tell where this is going to go. It follows 2 teenagers that go to this private prep school in New York City. One is Black and the other is Jewish. It wasn't that long ago, but things were slightly different than it is today. And I feel like I feel like we're not even like there yet today, but going back to the 90s, it was even worse. Yeah, there's some hard conversations in this book. Jacqueline Woodson is a beautiful author. I believe she's won so many literary awards for her works, and this is definitely one of them. It is a coming-of-age love story. It's beautiful, it's sad, it's gorgeous. I was also pleasantly surprised by how inclusive the characters are for being a piece of like 90s fiction, because there's queer characters that aren't just there to come out and be queer. And if you're familiar with queer characters in literature, for a long time, the only plot that you would ever get is somebody coming to terms and coming out with their identity. Yeah, her older sister in this is queer. It's so well done because there is a conversation where she's telling her older sister about the crush that she has on this boy at school, and her sister starts saying things that their parents said to her sister when she came out or was dating a girl, but like really bad things. I sobbed at the end. It definitely made me cry. But it was beautiful. It was a great piece of work. I read 2 arcs in September. The first was a collection of poetry by Maggie Smith called A Suit or a Suitcase. This comes out March 31st. It is a short collection of poetry. It's gorgeous. It's well done. I highly recommend. If you appreciate poetry, I think you'd enjoy that. It wasn't like the best collection of poetry I've ever read, but it wasn't the worst. It was just very, very strong and easy to read. I read that in one night before bed. I also read the arc Catch Your Death by Ravina Gorin. This came out in September. This is a YA thriller, whodunit murder mystery, I'd say. I think I rated this 2 stars. It was good until it wasn't. That's all I can say. Like, the first bit had me, and then once the plot started falling into place and like you find out what happened, I was like, oh my gosh, that's not good. It was like the biggest letdown. Just my personal experience reading that. Maybe you would enjoy it. I personally did not. And then the memoir that I read this month was The House of My Mother by Sherry Frankie, and I absolutely ate this up. I think Sherry is such a strong individual and a wonderful representation of the eldest daughter. Beautiful, beautiful book. She is so honest in here and you learn so much more. I had seen their story. I wasn't a viewer of 8 Passengers, but I did keep up with Ellie and Jared's channel, and I was familiar with them through passing like other channels. And of course, once everything came to light toward the end, I was very familiar, but back in the day, I was there. It's just so crazy, everything that wasn't discussed or publicly known that she shares in here. It makes you so angry for her and just so sad for her and her siblings, but wonderful, well done memoir. It reads very, very quickly. I read this so fast. Highly recommend. I don't normally rate memoirs unless they are absolutely amazing, and I did rate this 5 stars, so it was a pretty good month. How many 5 stars did I have? Yeah, I think I had 3 or 4 5-star reads. Definitely a wide range of reads this last month, but overall a great reading month. So let me know your thoughts on those books. But I'm so excited because now it's my favorite part of the month, where after I film all the reading wrap-up content, I can finally put these away on their forever homes. A little reading rule in my house is I can't put a book on a shelf until I've read it, unless it's my TBR shelf. Because if it's away on its shelf, the motivation to read it diminishes more and more. So I have to have like a TBR spot that is temporary, because I'll forget about it if I put it away on its shelf before. Plus, it's just that much more rewarding. That golden hour is coming through. I don't know if I want to be in the sun or back here. This has been piling up for months. I don't think I've done like PR unboxing since June, and it's the end of October. So A new chapter is taking root with Ulta and Apothecary. I do love Apothecary. Oh my gosh, they sent over a restock. I've got Take the Edge Off, rose colored glasses, and blue burn. So this helps with metabolism, mood support, and stress relief. These are tinctures. I do use them. They're in my kitchen. You probably saw them at the beginning of this vlog next to my Nespresso machine. They work, they're natural, they're the best. I also do have a discount code. Not sponsored at all, but I believe it's this. I can't remember off the top of my head, but 15% off, I'd say it's worth it. Thank you, Apothecary. This one has been sitting here the longest. Oh, I got a little handwritten note. I think it's Pila or Pella. Pila Cases sent over 3 new cases for me. I got this rodeo blue one, perfect. I love this one. Pearls are my birthstone, so I'm obsessed with this one. And then a fun little beachy one. These are amazing. Thank you, Pila. Is it Pila or Pella? Cocoa Kind. A calming magnesium mist. I need that right now. And a restock of their electrolyte water cream moisturizer. I love Cocoa Kind, so thank you so much. Let's do this black one, because all I see on the cover is L'Oreal Paris. It says you're worth it. Ooh, got some red products in here. Okay, L'Oreal 3-second setting mist. So we've got some makeup setting spray in here. Ooh, I got 2 of their foundations as well. Thank you, L'Oreal. My angel number is on the side of it. Why is that so sweet? Oh, it's from Kiehl's. I love Kiehl's. You also probably saw a ton of Kiehl's products at the beginning of this video in my bathroom because I use them every single day. It is oh, I need retinol. I'm out, actually. I don't have any retinol in my bathroom. It's retinol skin renewing daily microdose serum. Kiehl's products are fantastic. So I don't think I have a discount code with them. I wish I did. Actually, I wonder if I do. I'll have to dig and see if I do. Ooh, she's so pretty. I cannot wait to use this. Thank you so much, Kiehl's. They really are the best. Okay, let's do this fragile one. I think it's also from Apothecary. Wait, uh-oh. It looks like it's the exact same. It is the same. I don't know if that was intentional. I don't think I should have received 2. What do I do? Okay, looks like my mom is getting a gift. Should we do Fount Society next? Oh yes, I got this nice giant thing of Fount Society's body butter. Perfect time of year for this too. I feel like my skin is getting so dry from this weather. Look at that. This is so nice. It's matte, it's heavy, it's durable. I don't want to completely open her down here, but this is so exciting. Thank you, Fount Society. Not only that, but they also sent over body oil. Again, the perfect time of year to be using these products. Let's do this one. This one's also from Kiehl's, so I'm excited. What is this? Oh, okay. They sent over a dating app. This is so funny. Like, Kiehl's packaging is always so fun. Okay, so Kiehl's, ageless, New York, New York, a fine line fighter looking for monogamy. It says, I'm looking for the perfect match for anyone looking to bring out their skin's best. I'm gentle and effective with a special touch that makes wrinkles less noticeable and skin firmer. I promise to show up for you daily and won't irritate you. You won't find any red flags here. What do you think? Should I swipe left or should I swipe right? Ooh, I got the retinol. Wait, this is so funny. If I swiped left, what would I have gotten? Oh, I would have gotten dryness, peeling, irritation. I love their team. I love their marketing team so much. This was so fun. This is so perfect. Kiehl's is the best. Thank you so much, Kiehl's. This was really, really fun. Okay, let's open these 2 Belief ones and then this giant one last, because Belief is another skincare company that I use and love so much. I am almost out of their nighttime moisturizers, so low-key I'm secretly hoping to get a restock of that. But you also see their products in my bathroom all the time. Oh, I got this Aqua Bomb lifting eye gel. You have to see what their eye products look like because I have another one of their eye products, and you think eye products and it's like this tiny little bottle. No, Belief is doing it best. Not only are their eye products massive, which is what you deserve. The pink is really cute, but it has this cool applicator up here, like perfect for your eyes, and it's literally cool to a touch. It's made with like this stone type of marble or something, so it helps with depuffing. I don't want to put the product on my face right now, but you obviously like pump down and apply it. It's so good, especially if you keep this like somewhere cool too. Oh, I'm so excited to use this. Thank you so much, Believe. Okay, this is so fun. Oh my gosh. Oh good, this is my favorite nighttime moisturizer down here that I was talking about. Oh, and that's the other eye product that I was saying I have and I love. Well, this is such a nice restock. Oh, Hello Kitty is on the top. Wait, this is so cute. See the applicator? And it's like freezing to a touch. This is so perfect. She's so cute. I can't believe Hello Kitty's on top. I wonder what the difference is between these. Okay, so the pink one is for lifting, and then the blue one is for dark circles and eye bags. Personally, I think I'm going to do daytime and nighttime. Thank goodness I got a little restock. This is addicting. This is the best nighttime moisturizer I've ever used. Oh my god, you just need to try it. Last one. She's a little heavy. Oh my gosh. Oh shoot, I should have opened this on TikTok. I didn't realize that Amazon Publishing literally sent over a giant box of books. Crap. This should have gone on TikTok. I didn't realize this was book PR. There's 1, 2, 3. It's books carrying summer energy into fall. I got 4 arcs from Amazon Publishing. Look at how cute these are. They wrapped it and everything. Wait, I want to take pictures of these, but I got Please Don't Lie, I'll Follow You, and these are all arcs that are coming out this fall. Both Things Are True and Dating After the End of the World. I cannot believe that there's been 4 books in here this entire time. I feel awful. I'm gonna take cute pictures of that for Book Talk and Bookstagram and all that, but what a haul. It feels so good to get all of these sorted and unboxed. I need to take pictures of these to post to like Instagram stories, and then I can finally put them away and use them. It is a little after 5 p.m. I cannot believe the sun is already setting. I hate that. I have a handful of errands that I need to run tonight, but I wanna have a good night in, catch up on some Grey's episodes, because I am deep in Grey's Anatomy right now. Like, I never thought I'd watch that show, and I'm hooked. I'm obsessed. I want to collect all the DVDs. Like, I am deep into season 7 already, and I started a month ago. So that's how my life is going right now. It is my favorite coping mechanism and my favorite way to dissociate. I love it. I love Seattle Grace. I just want to live there all the time. I also really want to read tonight. I'm reading 2 really good books. I'll talk more about the books I'm reading right now, I think, before bed. Do you like my new bedtime table lamp? This was supposed to be in my vintage shop. And then when I was taking photos of it, I was like, wait, she's really cute. And now she lives here. And that happens more than you would think. As I end today's vlog, I want to chat about my current reads. I'm currently working on The Honey Witch by Sydney J. Shields. Oh my gosh, this is another one that I am so sorry I did not listen to people's recommendations to read, because it is beautiful. I'm tabbing so much, I'm highlighting, I'm underlining. I feel like I'm taking advice and wisdom from like my fictional witchy grandmothers in this book, or grandma in this book. It gives me the same vibe of the opening of Halloween Town, if Halloween Town was set in the 1830s. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful. I swear I read a quote about this book somewhere that said reading this feels like reading a book in the sun, and that's like exactly how this feels. It's so sunny and whimsical, and like they're honey witches. They work with like bees and they see little things. It's like the perfect tiny amount of fantasy for me that I can still understand. But the reason I say it reminds me of Halloween Town is because the opening is like a girl that like always feels a little bit different, and then her like banished grandma that's not supposed to come around comes around, and she's like, you have to tell her that she's a witch. And it's like literally the opening of Halloween Town. And then of course our main girl is like, I want to go be a witch with grandma. So she's learning from her grandmother right now in this like magical town, how to heal people. And I love that it takes place in the 1830s. I feel like I'm reading like The Princess Bride. I don't even know if that's the right time period, but I love it. It is so whimsical and so beautiful and the perfect read. I've got my highlighter and my 2 pens here, and then my bookmark is my little sheet of tabs. So I'm having a lot of fun reading this. And then I'm also working, don't laugh, I'm also working on Haunting Adeline. You guys, what the fuck? This is not good. I'm 226 pages in. I'm not having a fun time. I thought you guys were reading a good book. I thought this was good. I don't know, maybe it's the order that I'm reading dark romance books in, because I read Her Soul to Take and I was like, I love dark romance. This is amazing. This is not a good representation, I think, of dark romance done well. I don't want to judge too prematurely because I'm only like a third into this book. It's fun. I'm here for the spooky vibes. I just don't know what to think yet, but this is like my more easier read. I don't know how to say this, but I went 3 weeks this last month not reading. I started the 7-year slip, 3 weeks where I didn't read a single book, and then finished the 7-year slip, and now I'm trying to read a lot. What can I say? I just couldn't pick up a book for 3 weeks. I couldn't do a lot for 3 weeks. I'm just now trying to do normal things again, including vlogging. So I didn't read as much as I would like in October, but hopefully I can finish both of these. But that being said, I'm gonna work on these books with the help of Marnie. Thank you for coming along with me today. The next video you see is going to be September's book haul. I filmed that a while ago, but I didn't want to upload it right after uploading August's book haul. So this is going up first, and then September's book haul. I haven't bought a book yet in October, and it is the 22nd. So I don't think there will be an October book haul, but I think I will be completely up to date again with posting once the book haul goes up next week. So thanks for hanging in there with me while I was catching up the last couple of months. Don't forget to check out my Etsy shop because there's so many new listings. And if you like the book content, please go follow my book talk, Bookstagram, Goodreads, and all of that will be down below. Marnie and I are going to get reading, and we'll see you here next time. Bye! You want to say bye? Say bye! Bye! She's so cute.